Today we're going to be talking about why I think the Earth is flat. After doing a lot of research and looking at a lot of things, also reading this book and what it says in the very beginning of it about the firmament, that's why. Also, if you look at these pictures, also, if the world is spinning really, 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 really fast, right? And you have a meteor coming at it, like, how are the meteors just a perfect circle? That's all. That's all.
Yeah, I'm making this video because I took an airplane flight from Boston, Massachusetts to Orlando, Florida. And I was able to sit by the window and I was able to film some videos when I was by the window. And I'm going to show you some of the info. I'm going to show you a few of the videos. You could draw your own conclusion. Obviously, I lived in doubt for many years and never believed any of this stuff was real until I started hearing a whole bunch of information from a ton of different organizations and people that tell you that we live on a flat plane. There's no such thing as a curve and they can't prove it. And I know somebody that's going to see this, they're going to debate it and they're going to say, this guy's crazy. I'm just telling you what I've been hearing from so many people. And you can see all the videos. Just go to the search bar on any social media channel that you're on, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And put in a search bar, Flat Earth, and you will see thousands of videos. And when you see all the information, it's going to make you start questioning a lot of things and wonder if what we've been raised and taught in school is actually true, or have we been deceived? And it took me a long time to get to that point, but I can't see a curve, even flying in an airplane up to 30 or 40,000 feet above sea level on an airplane. Check these videos out and check some of this info out and you draw your own conclusion. Okay, so I looked up on the app, how far can you see from 30,000 feet? Because the average airplane flies between 30 and 40,000 feet. Now, when I took my video on my airplane flight, I don't really know the height because they didn't tell us that when we're flying. So I'm going to assume that it was close to 30,000 feet. I took one when we were taking off, and then I took some videos when we got higher up in the atmosphere. So it says, short answer, how far can you see from an airplane window if you're flying at 30,000 feet? It says about 212 miles, which I'm surprised. That's really, really far if that's true. And then you can scroll down. How many feet does the Earth curve in 212 miles? So if you could see 212 miles from an airplane, you should see a dramatic curve of the Earth. And here's what it tells you. Earth's curvature over 212 miles is roughly 30,000 feet. That means over the distance you can see from a high plane, at 30,000 feet, the Earth drops roughly 30,000 feet below the tangent line. That's massive. We're talking like 6 miles down that the Earth would have dropped. And if you're on an airplane and you look all the way out to the horizon and you see a flat plane, you tell me where you're seeing this massive mileage drop in curves. I don't see it. I've seen a ton of videos with airplanes getting up to 70,000 feet. I've seen the videos where people send the helium balloons up to 120,000 feet and everything is still flat. I'm not seeing the curves.
funny how common sense just ain't that common anymore. Now, if the sun was 93 million miles away from us and 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth, just think, right? Common sense. This is exactly how we would see sun rays. Just like this, because light only travels straight. Light does not refract in perfect crepuscular rays, 7.2 degrees on each side, just like this. Just like this. This is an actual photo here, guys. This is what we observe. The sun rays are 7.2 degrees on either side. Refraction is highly chaotic. It's unpredictable. However, this is what we see consistently every single day when the sun is breaking through the clouds. That means that the sun is right above the clouds. You could actually use trigonometry and calculate these angles and see how far the sun is away. And it's about 4,000 miles away. Completely obvious. Clearly, it's right above the clouds. Again, this is what we would see if it was 93 million miles away and 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth. Common sense. Does this really look like a sun that is 93 million miles away, guys? Or does it look like a sun that's right in the clouds? Just like we observe with our own two eyes, but you guys ignore it because you're like, no, NASA told me it's 93 million miles away and I believe them. Take my tax money, please. It's right in the clouds, just like all of our ancestors told us, just like the Bible told us, by the way. When you're awake, it's completely obvious that we've just been lied to about absolutely everything. And why do they do this? It's because they hide God. They want to make you feel insignificant. They want to make you feel like, there's no meaning to life, that we just came from this big bang and we're here to slave away in their system. That's not the truth. You were created intelligently by an intelligent creator, and this is an intelligent creation.
We film all the spacewalks right here. And we just added some fish and a shark to create more bubbles in space.
I know the flat Earth. It's on the UN flag, right? Here we have a newspaper, Philadelphia Inquirer, 1964. And this is a series, special reports, and it's called Historical Events That Shape Our World. Funny they say shape our world. Anyway, this map here, as you can see, is the exact map on the UN flag. You notice what's missing. You got it. Antarctica. I wonder why.
The Antikythera mechanism is a strange device that was discovered in the ocean off of the island of Antikythera in Greece. Well, guess what it is? It's an astrological computer. The first computer ever discovered. And the ship that it was found in, the shipwreck, was dated to around 60 BC. So this thing is well over 2,000 years old. Well, someone decided to recreate it. And guess what? This mechanism can determine the position of the sun and the moon and the 5 visible planets, all of them in relation to each other. It can determine when they will retrograde. It can predict eclipses, and it even knows where each planet is in each celestial house. Now, here's the thing. I don't think that computer was used for sea navigation, even though it was found on a ship, because you need a compass and you need a very great knowledge of celestial navigation. But here's the thing. Celestial navigation at sea would be absolutely impossible if the Earth was a globe. Because if we're zipping around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour, and then the solar system and all the stars in the galaxy are all moving in 5 different directions at hundreds of thousands and even millions of miles per hour, we would never see the same stars again. We would never have Polaris, the fixed star that the pirates and the seafaring people would use to navigate.
And here we go.
Okay, so I've been around for a while, but I just found this out that's like 100% confirmed to be true. Did you know that NASA has one of the largest film sets in the world on its property? That they claim, I don't even know what their claims are, but they got a massive film studio at the NASA Center. Now, This is the same NASA which allegedly sent a bunch of guys to the moon, all of which get violent and angry when asked to swear on a Bible that they went to the moon. Which is a very odd reaction. I don't know if you've seen Buzz Aldrin, all these guys. Will you swear on a Bible? No, get the hell out of here. It turns into a big kerfuffle. Now, we have videos and images of the sun now with people with powerful cameras. We got the CGI images of the sun given by NASA, which, by the way, you can Google. Does NASA use CGI? I'll show you the result. Yes, NASA uses CGI, but primarily to illustrate concepts and events that cannot be filmed and for public outreach. So how are they going to use CGI to describe or illustrate, rather, a concept to you? But how do they know what the concept is or looks like that they're trying to CGI in the first place if they cannot film or take a picture of it? Now, to be clear, it says here, it is not used to fake actual photos or videos, of course, but it's presenting photos and videos that are computer-generated images. Illustrating inaccessible events, NASA uses CGI to visualize mission timelines, spacecraft deployments, or events that are impossible to record with a camera, such as the landing of a rover on Mars. They're getting billions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars per day to do space stuff. Are you comfortable with them wasting money to CGI the landing of a rover on Mars? As if that's like important to the findings of what is allegedly going to be found on Mars?
So you guys understand what the problem is with this picture on the moon, right? You get it, right? That what we're looking at right now just wouldn't even be possible. With only one light source, the sun, your shadows cannot go in different directions. One shadow is clearly pointing this way, and the other shadow is clearly pointing that way. Now, minus all of the other more than sufficient evidence that's been put out proving that we didn't go to the moon, this is really all the proof that you would ever need. And this is just one of the many, many things that they got completely wrong when attempting to lie to us all about this. Now, look at this one. You see how the flag's shadow is pointing this way, and his shadow is pointing in the opposite direction? And we don't even have to talk about the waving flag. And the main reason why you still choose to believe that we went to the moon is because the lie has been going on for so long that it's too hard for you to accept the fact that you've been fooled. And any question that you could still possibly have has been answered at this point. How did they get the Russians and the Chinese to go along with our lie? Because they all work together to keep the truth hidden. They're all in on the same lie. That's why the Russians never called us out on it. And oh, how could they get thousands of people to all keep the secret and never spill the truth? It's called compartmentalization. Do you think the top-ranking generals are giving information about what the next move is to the foot soldiers? No, the foot soldiers who are at the bottom have no idea what's going on at the top. They don't ask questions, and they just go about their one simple task. And the whole why would they even lie to us in the first place logic is absolutely insane.
I used to be a globe believer. But the difference between me and you globe believers that are nothing more than bullies, the difference between me and you is that my mind is open so my eyes can see. The problem with you is that you're just NPCs. You're just part of the system. You support the system, you defend lies. And I've deleted over 300 nasty comments in the last couple of days. And this is why I made the video that I made the other day. You guys didn't like the ending, but I really don't care. If you're a globe believer, but you know something's off, you're who I'm trying to reach. For you globe believers that are not open-minded, nobody will ever be able to wake you up because you're so brainwashed and the programming is so deep it can't be broken. So you're not who I'm after. But if you know something deep down in your soul is wrong with their globe theory, you're right.
The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Japan, Pearl Harbor. The Zero Japanese fighter pilot had a range of about 1,900 miles, which meant their aircraft carriers had to be about halfway between Japan and Pearl Harbor. You're telling me that even in the 1940s, America didn't have the technology to know that they were sitting out there? And there's a reason there's a flat earth map down in the war room of the White House, and there's a reason there's a flat earth map on Air Force One, and there's a reason there's a flat earth map at the UN. They have to know what is true and real when they're fighting a war. The latitudes and the longitudes all work out. The 24-hour sun in Antarctica works out. The movement of the sun is explained. And again, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. World War II. Tell me you get it. I need you to get it.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.